Today I thought I would talk about my first term of my year abroad. So my first term of my year abroad began in August and it finished in December. Or technically it finished at the 10th of January. That was what I gave in my last essay. So yeah, 10th of January was when my first term officially finished. And boy did I do a lot in that first term. I travelled a lot through Denmark, which I really enjoyed. I went to Escorff Castle, Legoland. I had a traditional Danish Christmas dinner. Went to a Christmas parade. I went to Odense. I went to Randers in the Elvis Presley Museum. I travelled quite a bit over Denmark. I mean, there's still so much more I want to do. I definitely want to go to Copenhagen at some point. But yeah, I found travelling over Denmark was really cool, really interesting. I also met some amazing people this year. I met people from all over the world and loads of people in England, strangely enough, that I never would have met if I hadn't gone to Denmark. I made some really good friends, some close friends as well. And yeah, I got on with people. I felt more cultured with people. I felt as if I could communicate with a lot more different people. And I didn't feel as restricted as I was last year from meeting people in my course. It's so easy in first year to just stick with the friends of your flatmates. And in second year to just stick with them and to kind of ignore people you meet in your course. And so that was kind of something I was a bit nervous about for this year, but I ended up making some really good friends on my courses, which I usually struggled with for the last 2 years, so it was really nice to do that. And also I discovered that if you're English and you tell another English person that you're from England, you immediately become friends with them. I mean, there's a few people that I met that were from England that I think if I was just met them in England, I probably wouldn't have been friends with them, but being in a different country and just having that one thing in common that you're both English just makes you automatic friends. So I also learnt a lot more. I took a film course module this year. No, I took a film module last year in the last term. And that was something completely different that I'd never done before. And I learnt a lot more about film. And I learned that it's okay to not understand things. I think because I'd studied literature, basically everyone studies English as soon as they're in school. So by the end of studying literature in a school environment, I felt as if, not I knew everything because no one can know everything, but I kind of have an idea of where to go with kind of things, what I need to kind of do, what's expected of me. But whereas this film one was completely different, I was completely thrown in the deep end, had no idea what was expected of me, had no idea of the technical terms to use, but I ended up really enjoying it. I watched some really strange films, some which I probably would not watch again, but other than that I could probably sit through and watch again. And I met some interesting people there. And yeah, it was really interesting. I feel like I had a really good time with that course. I also studied medievalism, and that again was something that medievalism for me is something that I'm not afraid of, but sometimes if it's on TV or film or in books high medievalism, it kind of puts me off it. But I think studying it has put me into liking it. I mean, it got me to watch the first season of Game of Thrones, which Graham was very happy about, and I will be continuing to watch the next series and the series after that, hopefully, if I can get past season 2, because with me season 2s don't work. But yeah, it was really interesting for me to understand it all, and I really enjoyed it when it was compared to Harry Potter, as I am a Potter nerd. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. I got into liking it a lot more. And again, I was studying literature, but at the same time I was studying films and TV shows and paintings as well. It was something completely different to what I'd done before. And my last course for that term was American horror in fiction and film. Again, that's another film one. So over in Denmark, their lessons are very different. It was differently structured. It was normally a 3-hour period with 3 15-minute breaks in between. So it was more laid back, more chilled. And I feel like, for me, it worked better having that. It was better to just have discussions and to laugh and then to have a break from it all. And to just be able to talk to other people in my class and get to know them better. And to build relationships with them. Whereas in the UK, for me, my 2-hour lectures would just be straight listening to the lecturer for 2 hours and not really speaking to anyone. And that's sort of why I probably didn't really make close friends with anyone in my classes. But yeah, the film one was really interesting. The horror one was really interesting, and I really enjoyed that as well. I really enjoyed that lecturer. He was probably one of my favourite lecturers of the term. He was really engaging and quite humorous as well, so that's kind of something that I really liked. And the exams were different to what I was expecting. They were just like coursework essays, and I was used to writing essays anyway, so it's just different and different ways of laying it out and different expectations, but I feel like I've done well. I haven't got my results yet as I'm filming this, so I could be saying this all now. I've done really bad, but I mean, that's another thing with this year is that I just have to get a pass, and the word pass is just going to be on my transcript when I finish my degree. It goes nowhere towards my degree at all, so it's also nice in that respect that this year is kind of more chilled as well. It's not as highly pressured, and I know that not many third year students have that, because I mean, I'm in my 3rd year of university, and everyone I know that's back in the UK who's in their 3rd year of university are stressed out to the max, which I am not looking forward to to this year. But yeah, that was the lesson side of it. And I suppose one of my favourite bits so far of term 1 and just living abroad in Denmark has just been spending time with Graham. It's really like cutesy and soppy, but I think we've grown together really strong. We understand each other a lot more now. And yeah, as you can see, he's not here. He's back with his family at the moment, because I like the idea of us having separate lives and to spend time with our own family and friends separately. But it's just weird not having him here after living with him for like 4 months straight. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. And yeah, he makes me dinners, and if it's pitch black outside, he'll walk up to meet me from uni. And he's really good as well for like pushing me to do work and to go into uni, because like, you know, sometimes you wake up and you're like, I can't be asked to go to uni today, I can't be asked to read this book, and he'll sit there and be like, no, you have to do this, because otherwise I ain't talking to you today. So yeah, I've really enjoyed living with him, and term 1 has been really good. I've been the happiest I have ever been at university, I can safely say that. I haven't felt down at all. And yeah, I'm really happy studying abroad. Term 2 should be interesting. Just to give a brief overview of my term 2, I have a theatre, early modern drama module. So that's like Shakespeare and that. And Titus Andronicus is one of the core texts, which I love. So I'm excited for that. Then I have one called Man Against Nature, which one of the things that we have to watch is Jaws, and I have watched Jaws for the last term I had to watch it twice for 2 different modules, so I'm going to have to watch it again now. So, I mean, I can safely say I know Jaws. And then the last one is Literature Through Time, and I feel that one's just a pure literature course, which I'm excited to just have just literature as well. It's been fun doing bits mixed in with films and TV and art and that, but I am just looking forward to just doing straight literature for a while. I've missed it. So yeah, I am excited for term 2. I'm excited for the travels that we will most likely do in term 2. I hope to go to Copenhagen and to maybe Norway or Sweden, or maybe both, who knows. But yes, that is my hopes for the second term, which is starting in February, which isn't that long now. And yeah, I'm excited to go back to Denmark as well. I mean, I've loved being in the UK, but Denmark has a special spot for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a subscribe so you can see more videos like this and just hear me rambling on about my year abroad and how I'm loving Denmark. And yeah, give it a little like and I shall see you next week. Bye. Yeah.